Get some money, get some money, money, get some money, get some money, get some money, money, get some money, get some money, get some money, money, get some money, get some money, get some money, money, get some money.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Brady and the New York Giants versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now they go play action now. Burrow on the move to his left. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. The other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
On play action, now Brady. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Brady's throw here taken in by Ingram. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Brady now to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Now a play fake. Brady. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Again, it's Brady. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Brady's throw there complete, and down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Brady going to throw. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. On fourth down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay, because it says something like this. They've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Bengals at 9-1 on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Mixon, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run here with Mixon. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On third down, Burrow rolling to his left. And this one is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Brady to throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On second down, here's Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he is going to have the Giants first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Up the middle they go. Corbin. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So this drive spanned 7 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Inside handoff to Nixon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McPherson on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. To throw, it's Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Up the middle with Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Brady. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Brady. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Seibert's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. It's Barkley on the counter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. They'll go to Barkley again. Oh, good move. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That Flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They'll run on first down. Corbin, they get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Brady. He's got some room to operate. Touchdown, Giants! Kenny Galladay from 13 yards out. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. On the move to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Brady. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Catch made by Slayton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Brady. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton from 6 yards away. And the Giants have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Brady will look to throw for it, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it. And that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you? And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 75 yards. And the Bengals have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. In one play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now is Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for New York. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage.
What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Back to Mixon on second down. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 60 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards. Mixing up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 11. 1:46 to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Brady. Gets this to Bellinger. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Meanwhile, Brady's throw brought in by Bellinger. Brady now on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Into the hands of Ingram. And some room to work. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Now, he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. On 2nd and inches, Brady. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On play action, it's Brady. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for 2 here. Now Brady. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part 1 of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And they will take a knee here. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for Cincinnati, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now.